In this lesson, we'll go in and create an undercarriage for the car. Okay, so we've got our car looking nice from up here, but if we look down here, we've got a big gap underneath here, so we need to fill this in with some geometry. Also, we need to kind of fill in these wheel wells here so that we get this nice closed off shape. So there are a few ways you could do that. You could start from a plane and work with that. I'm going to go ahead and create the wheel wells and then work out from there. Okay, so we just need to create a kind of piece that encloses this wheel here, and it'd probably be a good idea to go ahead and start with a sphere. I'm going to bring that sphere in. I'm going to bump that resolution down a little bit, maybe 12, yeah, something like 8. I think would be good. And now let's just rotate this guy 90 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to rotate him a little bit and then kind of scale him up. And instead of using the whole sphere, obviously we're just going to use part of it. And for this, we basically just we can cut off the front part here. So I'm going to cut that off. We go ahead and reverse our normals, because this is the part that we want to be able to face out. Okay, and then I'm going to delete this bottom part here. Okay, just the bottom half. So basically what we have is here a quarter sphere. All right. And now if I take a look at this, I can go ahead and delete those two edges here. Now when we move this into position, and it's not smoothed out yet, so it's not going to match up perfectly. But you can see that we need a little bit more geometry down here in the bottom. So I'm just going to grab those edges. Here we go. I'm going to grab the bottom edges, just like that, and I'm just going to extrude those straight down. Okay, just to kind of match that up a little bit better. All right. Now let's go ahead. I'm just going to smooth this out and try to match up the shape here a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to just move it in, and we just basically want this to be kind of behind this geometry. Okay. If you want to, you can just grab the points. I can get all those. And start manipulating those. You could also go in and use a lattice if you wanted to reshape this. Go into my wireframe here. And we're just trying to kind of close this off a little bit. All right. And also, you might want to actually move these guys in. We don't want it to be all the way out here, maybe. We want to close it off a little bit more. So you can just manipulate those points a little bit so that you get the result that you want. You know, make sure that nothing's kind of poking out there. You can see up here we've got some of our headlight material that's intersecting. We'll go in and fix that. Just grab those points. Alright, so that's pretty much in the spot that we want. So now, let's go ahead and convert that back to polygon. Now I want to basically copy that over to the other side. Okay, so there are a couple of ways we could do that. I could just grab these edges. Okay, I'm sure you remember some of these methods here. For this one, I'm just going to instead of negative scaling that, I'm just going to extrude those edges and then snap those using the X key. I'm going to snap, let's see, select my verts, and I'm just going to snap those to the grid. Okay, so that's now snapped to the origin. Now if I go in here, take a look at this and mirror it to the other side, okay, you can see that I've now got a nice piece of geometry with the wheel well copied to the other side. All right. Now all we have to do is take this guy, and I'm just going to duplicate him and move him back here. And let's go ahead and smooth him out. Okay. And then what we want to do is just take a lattice and kind of shape this. Okay, so we want to go here and we want it to kind of end up here, so it needs to be angled a bit, and the back wheel is a little bit different, so we'll just shape it a little bit. Go into animation, create deformer. I'm going to just create a lattice. 3 by 3 by 3 is probably good. Just grab those lattice points, and then we'll just start pulling those. Just get it into position, and then this guy can come up here, kind of at an angle. Just something like that. Let's go in and check this here. Alright. So that looks pretty good on that side. So then you can go ahead and just delete that history, convert to polygon. So now we've got these two guys right here, and they need to be combined. So all I'm going to do is grab both of these, go to polygons, mesh, combine, delete that history, and then I'll just grab these two edges right here. And actually, let's grab all these guys, these 4 edges. Okay, so we've got 4 on this side, 4 on this side. Let's do a bridge. I just want to do a linear bridge, and that'll give us some geometry straight across there. If you want to, you can go in and modify those divisions a little bit. Alright, so now you can see we really quickly are filling in our undercarriage here. I'm going to turn the grid off just so we can see things a little bit better. If you need to, you can go in here and grab these points. If they need to come out a little bit, that's okay. Basically just want to kind of fill in the bottom part of our car here. And maybe these guys need to come out a little bit. There we go. Maybe these guys, scale those out. And then we have the front and back to worry about. So if we want to just grab these these edges, and then just extrude those, and we'll start just extruding those forward. Scale them in. Do another extrude. And scale it in. Well, if I can get, let's grab my points here and scale those in. And then let's do one more extrude. Okay, just go straight out. Looks like we've got a little bit of weirdness there. I'm just going to undo out of that. Looks like we've got an extra extrude there that we did. Scale those in, extrude. And scale that in one more time. And if you need to go in and select these points and move them up a little bit so that they're right under that geometry, that's okay. This doesn't have to be match up perfect. It just is kind of filling in the bottom of our car here. Okay, so now you're filling in the gaps and stuff like that. Don't want to select those guys. Pop it up a little bit. Okay, and now the back part, just grab these guys and then just extrude straight back. And for this, I'm just going to pop this up into here. Okay, so that these kind of just intersect there. And now if we want these wheel wells to have a little bit of sharpness to them, we can go in here and add some edges along there. Maybe go inside there and add some edges just so that edges, the bottom of the wheel well is a little bit sharper. Then grab this whole thing, delete history, and just smooth it out and see how it looks. All right. And now you can go in here if you want. Just grab the points. This is basically the back, if we look at this, the back end of one of our headlights. And that's intersecting, and we just want to move it right inside the wheel well here. And there's, looks like one more, and we'll just pop that guy in there too, just so we don't have anything intersecting. And do it on this side as well. Okay, you don't want to move it too far because you don't want it to be sitting outside of the little well we have here for our headlight. All right. So now we've got an undercarriage built for the car. I think the next thing we want to tackle is to actually go in and build our side mirror. Okay, we'll build one side mirror on one side, and then we'll dupe it over to the other side. And then we'll continue on. We're almost done. We'll build out some windshield wipers and reflectors, and then we'll throw some great car paint shader on here. Okay, and then we'll do some HDR lighting.